Hi guys, how you doing? So here we are tonight. I'm playing against the ruthless trading syndicate, and my opponent is. Say hello.
Hayden.
And everybody knows him as Hazard Syndrome, who's playing the Night Lords. So he's very kindly playing my enemy tonight, which is very kind of him. It's the boarding mission for the humans. And we're using this board, trench board, as the interior of a spaceship. So all the corridor sections that you see here, all the trench sections that you see here, are representing corridors, and all these raised sections along here obviously are walls, so we can't shoot through them, we can't climb over them. Now, because we're on board a spaceship, the heroic Imperial fist, led by Rogel Dawn himself, have used their boarding torpedoes and smashed through on board the spaceship, into the spaceship. So I've done my rolls. I've got 2 units that have appeared here, so they've smashed their way through and they've appeared there. I've got another unit, which is my Mortis, which had bang on landed there. That's where I wanted him, so I can lay waste down the corridor when it's whoever wins the dice roll. Rogel Dawn and these 3 guys here, he's on a guard, have smashed their way. It was a dead on there as well, which is really good. So they're going to be making their way along there. And dead on again, my Devastator squad appeared here, but my Scout squad smashed their way through here and have appeared in the room with the objective.
Wow.
And one of the objectives, and it looks like a command squad.
Yep.
So I'm really hoping I get the first turn in this game. So as usual, there's 3 objectives, 2 at 10 and 1 at 50, and they could be anywhere. And if you see here, there's like a tank bay here as well, and there's an objective there, 1 objective there, and there's 1 objective there. So this is going to be a very exciting game. I do like playing against Hayden. Is this our first game against each other?
It is in the Crusade.
In the Crusade, yeah. So this is a goodie. This is going to be quite exciting. So let's have a dice off. And as we always do, I'm going to roll it in here, and it's the highest dice gets the first turn. Go! Oh, yes! It's the ruthless syndicate go first. Okay, I'm going to see you guys after turn 1 for the ruthless trading syndicate. Hi guys, so here we are. It's the end of turn 1 for the nasty, evil trade syndicate, the ruthless trade syndicate, and Hazard. Or Hayden. Why don't you lead us through it, man? Tell us what you've done.
Okie dokie. Well, we'll start in this room here, because I quite like this room here, where Brian's scouts came smashing through and disturbed my command squad in the middle of afternoon tea.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Yeah. So the command squad didn't really move, but this squad from the corridor have piled their way down here, moved these sentinels, or these walkers, these walking droid things, up the corridor towards a threat that's come in from here.
Yeah.
This squad moved and then ran a mighty 1 inch further this way.
That is true, but hold on, go back to him, because he did something.
Oh yeah, but we're moving it.
Oh, okay, you want to do the movement? I thought we'd just do...
Should we go through everything?
Yeah, just do it as we go along.
In that case, back in this room, there's a little bit of shooting.
Yeah.
And we killed some scouts with plasma burning fire and some auto pistol shots from the corridor, and then we piled into a big old assault, and all that's left is Brian's lonely little champion scout that is currently messing his little scouty britches.
He's not, because he's going to kill every single man in that room.
Yeah, but he's got to fight Arnold.
Yeah, but you know those films where they say, you know, like, we've destroyed your country, your women, we've destroyed them, and then he goes, and he sits there and he goes, when I get free, I'm going to kill every single last one of you, and except for you, like that. You know, I'll let you live.
The problem is, you're not going to get free.
I don't know. I reckon I'm going to wipe all that lot out. Anyway, so
Superstar Sentinel here. Yeah. With his lovely I love plasma. I can't help it. I love plasma.
There he is. There he
fired
up
an almighty bolt of burning sun death, and there were 5 Devastator Marines here.
There's now just 2. But I passed my leadership test, so they're still there.
Yeah, with Dawn on the table.
Aye.
These guys have just come running around the corner, haven't really done a lot.
No.
If we come up to the boys here, Dawn and his little...
My squad just there, Dawn and his honour guard.
Cheerleaders.
My cheerleaders, yeah.
This front squad, just within 12 inches, so they rapid fired with the auto guns, did nothing. I think I caused like a couple of wounds, and then you just went to a armor save.
Save. Yeah.
No bother.
No bother whatsoever.
Squad behind, just in 24, so they took their one long range shot,
and they did nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, you caused a few wounds, but I saved them all.
Yeah. Damn you and your 2+.
I know. Ah, this was exciting.
This corridor had me a little bit nervous. Pulled my troops back out to engage the mortis here, and we had a good old shot with the multi-melter. Proceeded melter gun.
Yeah.
Proceeded to melt a hole in the corridor to the side of the mortis.
Yeah.
It's a big target. You think you hit it.
It didn't do too well, did it?
And neither did the sentinel.
Yeah.
The sentinel got a cracking shot, plonked straight bang on this guy's head. Strength 7 plasma. Didn't get any, rather 1 for armour.
It just didn't do anything.
Didn't do anything. These guys trying to come round the side, and my gen-hanced
warriors,
beasties, moved and ran to get some.
So they're running round the corner straight into a marine squad that haven't moved, that have a heavy bolter, a flamer, and a plasma pistol.
Yeah. Right. Look at the muscles, and then think what happened to the brains.
Listen, we didn't say they were smart.
Exactly. Yeah. They just see movement and they go.
Okay, so that's pretty good.
They're hard. They got feel no pain.
So for a first turn, that's been quite effective. You've killed about 5 of my men that are down there, maybe 6.
Yep, and you got 2 of mine.
So that's not too bad.
Yeah.
Because now I'm about
But the 2 that I bothered to paint.
Yeah,
that's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, but now I'm gonna roller coast you down with the dawn.
The door.
Yeah, it's literally I'm gonna roller coast into you and take out every single one of those men.
I dare you to model a Primarch on roller skates.
I'm gonna. I will do. I'll do it one day. Anyway, so that was the end of turn 1 for the nasty syndicate,
the evil trade syndicate,
the evil trade syndicate, or whatever we're going to call it. I think they're the trade syndicate, right, basically. But
we're
basically
these. Viceroy gun right now.
No, you can't. Oh. So basically, it's the evil trade syndicate, and the Empire have gone in to break them and dispose of them, basically, because they won't join the Empire. And so I'll see you at the end of turn 1 for the. Okay, guys. So here we are. The Imperial Fist have strike back. What do you reckon, Hayden?
No comment.
Yeah, it's got a mouthful of food as well. Okay. Right. So we're going to start over here. So his big steroid enhanced warriors
are the hardest people on the planet.
I've melted them. I've
flamed
them. Oh, we did actually take. It's down to 2. Oh, it's down to 2 wounds. I've flamed them, melted them, plasmaed them. I've shot at them with bolters, and I've done 1 wound. So 20 men. I've done 1 wound. I had abysmal dice rolls, and they are hard as hell. So that wasn't too good. Then these guys, I fired, and I went missiles, fire, bang, hit it, and it can't move or fire, which is correct.
No, can move, can't fire.
Oh, sorry, it can move, can't fire. But then we later realised that there's one holding man there anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Dawn, on the other hand, he ran forward. Then he wiped out the entire squad with his 3 honour guard.
Yeah, he didn't even. In fairness, the honour guard left him a few to mark.
They left him 5. They left him 5, and he killed them. Now he's moving up. So I consolidated forward, but unfortunately I'm a bit too far away from these guys to move on to them. So they'll probably get some shots in. Then I'm going to kill them. Anyway, okay. So down here, the mortis opened up. And it wiped out pretty much everything in the corridor except for 2 guys, and that was an enforcer and
guy with a melter gun.
And your enforcer shot him in the head.
Yeah, and then we just sort of had a little bit of a rules debate about the fact that there was no veteran there, and I thought, you know what, stuff it, they're dead.
So the entire squad is gone.
Moral of the story: I don't like contemptors.
But I've got to say, the actual contemptor's earning its points, and it's earning its points in every game now. So the last game it did really well. This game it's actually done quite well. It's taking out an entire squad. That's what it's there for.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to kill that.
No. That's vengeance now.
That's vengeance now, isn't it? Okay, so my scout that was in there, my last scout, has been killed. But I managed to take out
2. No, 1.
Yeah, I took out 1. I got killed as well. So my scout's been killed. I did say he was going to wipe out everybody in that corridor. But I do have replacements. I could possibly bring him back in. Anyway, sorry, he's doing meaning evil gestures in the background. Okay, so all in all, it was a good game so far. So it's now the trade syndicate's turn 2. and I'll see you at the end of their turn. Okay, guys, so this is the end of turn 3 for the evil
Trade
Syndicate, or the kind of like pirates we sort of see them as, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay, so Hayden, why don't you lead through what you did, because I know you're quite exceptionally happy about this round.
Yeah, it's been a good round. I can live with that. We'll start over here.
Okay.
The Sentinel fired off a lovely burning bolt of plasma-y glory at the Mortis. You can see the Mortis still stood there, so that tells you how well that went. Scattered, missed. So we'll run to the other end of the board. And this Sentinel fired off an even more glorious bolt of plasma, and there's no Devastators left there anymore, is there, Brian?
We killed my 2 Devastators that were left.
What did those?
So that's a scout unit and a Devastator squad you wiped out.
My personal objective for this game has been achieved through a combination of fire from 3 squads. I have killed 1 model. Get in!
And it's that 1 model that's missing from my honour guard. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. But this squad, this has been quite exceptional.
These boys are awesome. My gen-hanced steroid-pumped brutes piled in and did quite a bit of damage, really. The rules that we're using to represent these particular syndicates give the steroid warriors D6 attacks each. So 2 of them got 1 attack each, but luckily the guy with the power weapon got 5 attacks.
Yeah.
Plus 1 for charging.
Yeah.
It was glorious.
It was
but
good.
We still lost combat by 1.
Yeah.
For some port rolling. Lost one of the guys.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
Flying from a glorious uppercut to the chin from a power fist.
Yeah, and you've taken 1 wound from him through
too much use of very
drugs.
Heavy steroids.
Yeah.
Drugs are bad, kids.
Remember that, kids, drugs are bad. Okay, so that was quite a good round. Now it's the Imperial Fist turn 3, sorry. I keep forgetting these rounds were so bad. Right, so it's turn 3 for the Imperial Fist. I will see you after. Hi guys, so here we are. It's the end of turn 3 for the Imperial Fist. This is what's happened. We've done this twice now because we forgot to actually assault because we got so excited about it.
We forgot 1 assault.
And it is Friday night, so they've got to forgive us for that at least. Okay, so the Ogrins were there.
The Gen-Hunt.
Yeah, the Gen-Hunt steroid beasties, were there. They got beaten up by my guys. I put 2 wounds on, killed 1. The other one ran away. Basically, I won the combat, ran him down, and he won't be talking. He's swimming with the fishes, basically. See?
Swimming with the fishes.
Swimming with the fishes, see?
Yeah.
Get it? There you go. Right, so the Mortis opened up. That's now disabled. He can't move. Fire.
Plasma cannon.
Plasma cannon's destroyed.
He's a bit stuffed, really.
Yeah, so that's there. So I've got to try and finish that off if I can.
Finish him.
Okay, so Dawn, he came in. There was a unit just there. Dawn ploughed through them along with his 2 honour guard and
slaughtered them. Economy in motion. Wasn't an attack spared. 6 attacks, 6 men left.
Everybody died. Yeah. Everybody died.
Economy in motion.
Okay, and I've sort of moved forward, and I'm there basically. I've consolidated to there, so I'm away, getting ready to get shot at by all of this, just there. So it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. The only downside that's happened is I got replacements, and that's where they appeared. So I imagine these lot are going to have a field day shooting at those 5 men just there. Okay, so all in all, not too bad. I'm cracking up the points. I'm probably not going to hit my objectives, but I'm making my points up at least to hopefully add them to the points I've got from last week's game, and hopefully get a contemptor. Who knows? So we'll see what happens in turn 4, and I'll see you after the evil trade syndicates turn 4. Speak to you later. Hi my lovelies. Well, this is it. This is turn 4 for basically the bad guys, the trade syndicate. So Hayden, tell us what's happened.
Quite a bit, actually.
Yeah, quite a bit.
So we're going to start with Dawn,
which is not too good.
You might notice there's another honour guard missing, because we just spammed them with las rifle and plasma and las pistol and more las, and even plasma from here. 2 beautiful, absolutely beautiful plasma cannon shots. One smack bang on Dawn's head, and one that scattered like an inch that way, 2 inches that way, and just caught that final honor guard there, splattered him. So the other honor guard down to 1. Dawn has taken 2 wounds. I can live with that. It's productive for me. But my plasma gun of the match happened over in the tank hangar. You might notice that the tanks have moved. There was 5 Devastators here. So the Manticore turned around and opened up with a heavy bolter, point blank into their faces, and missed, which was impressive. The Chimera rolled out of its little hangar, spun on the spot, and multi-lasered, and I believe he got 2, didn't he?
And I saved.
No, he saved them. The multi-laser just sort of just distracted them. Yeah. So that my Lehman Russ Vanquisher here could ping one in the face with a Vanquisher battle cannon. Yeah. And then plasma shot of the match. Direct hit with a Bruce Lee shot. Yeah, it killed them both. Yeah. And then they were just mopped up by this squad just firing through the gap here. So all in all, that area there was fantastic, and we've still not had any shipquakes either, or anything like that. We've been pretty lucky with that, haven't we? Yeah, we've been very lucky. So, what's next? That's it, isn't it? Yeah, we because these guys rapid fired. Obviously, there's no assaulting. So that has been pretty much it. They were too busy shooting Dawn in the face to think, let's go and punch him in the face instead. Yeah. Which is probably going to come back to haunt them in a moment, but it's been a good turn 4. Because now I'm going to break them. Anyway, so it's now the Imperial Fist turn 4, and okay guys, so that was the end of turn 4 for the Imperial Fist. Very exciting. I'm quite chuffed actually, because I did some devastation. Okay, so at last that thing's finally destroyed. I whittled it down so much, it's now wrecked, and I've earned some points from it. Far too much whiskey. Yeah, it is far too much. Then this unit moved up, this unit moved forward. I moved forward by 6, rolled a 1 on the running. They only moved forward 1 each. Fell out with that dice so much you even left it there. I'm never touching that dice again. Right, these guys opened fire into this unit here, killing 3. Yeah, it was 3. Yes. Which wasn't too bad. Dawn and his last honour guard rushed into this unit. And to be fair, last turn they were under some very, very, very heavy fire. Dawn's down to 3 wounds, the other guy's down to 1. Basically, they made their leadership and they've saved. They haven't run away. They're still fighting. Shall we talk about the epic swordsman skills from my guys? Oh yeah, you did have an epic swordsman skills. Go on, tell us what you rolled. Of those 3 guys that all needed 4 attacks, 5s to hit, 2 5s, 2 6s. Yeah. And what did you do wound? 2 1s and 2 2s. Yeah, so you did do too well on the actual. You do alright on the. It's like sex. Okay, it's like what are you trying to say? Well, just things I've heard. Okay, like it's like sex. Okay, you're good on the build up, but the end result is all floppy and wrong. Doesn't bother me. I'm happy. Lot of gun, not enough bang. That's brilliant. Lot of gun, not enough bang. Okay. Do you know Annie actually watches these videos? Oh, that's fantastic. That's all right. Well, if you're watching this, Hayden's girlfriend, hello, how are you? Okay. And you're the Teddy. You're the Teddy. I'm the Teddy. Anyway, so there we go. That's where we've got to. It's now turn 5 for the evil trade syndicate. So we're going to see how they do. And hopefully I can get away with him not being dead in this battle. Let's hope not, because I really don't want him dead for the next battle. Okay, so you guys, you take care. Okay, so here we are. It's the end of turn 5 for the trade syndicate of evil. So what's happened here then, Hayden? Well, my trade syndicate's pet psyker pumped him full of his drugs, and he's pulled some weird mystical power from somewhere and fired a bolt of lightning at these guys over here. Luckily, it was far enough away from your null field strategic asset, also known as the front wheel of a bike. Which is over there. It's just that little bit there. To pull it off. However, failed his psychic test. Leadership of 8, rolled a 9. So that didn't happen. No doubles, no perils of the warp. The auto guns in that squad took a couple of pot shots. Didn't do anything, they were saved, weren't they? So we had the combats here. There were the original 3 pirate syndicate members. We piled this squad in, and we piled a sentinel up the bum. And,
so where are we with it?
We are Dawn turned round, and for the original 3, swung his chain blade in a big old arc, cut down the 3 of them, carried on swinging and cut down 2 more from the other guys that piled in, and then they had a couple of attacks back, tickled him a little bit, couldn't wound him, and then the sentinel just stamped his feet like an angry child.
So that's where we are now.
Yeah. So Brian, I believe the word you need now is...
I need to earn some points.
I was going to go with vengeance, but points would also be good.
Because I haven't gone for any objectives whatsoever.
Well, let's just have a quick count.
Okay guys, so here we are. It's the end of turn 5 for the Imperial Fist. The game's finished. It's been a brilliant game.
Yeah, it's
all
been
in
cool.
all, we've had laughs, we've shouted at dice, and
We've cried a little.
And we've cried a little, just a little.
I cried a lot.
So what happened in my turn? So basically these guys open fire on these guys. I killed 2, which wasn't too bad. Dawn
Spanked everybody.
He spanked everything, but the trouble is that the walker exploded because I got a penetration. I got a 6. For now I said penetration. I got a 6. It exploded. So it's
After
very
penetration.
It's very late now as well, isn't it? We're in a giggly mood. Okay,
It's only 10
so
past 10.
yeah, it's 10 past 10, but I've been awake since 5 a.m.
Well, it's
okay,
your silly fault.
so it exploded.
Killed 2.
It exploded.
Explodo.
Explodo. It killed 2, and then Dawn and the Honour Guard finished the rest off. So that was pretty cool.
And Dawn is left facing the other sentinel going, "You! Over there! I'm coming for you!"
Let
If
us
we had any more
fight.
turns.
So all in all, that was a fantastic game. I've earned 50 points, did you
50.
say?
Let me just run through the totals again. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, Ogrid's 50. 50
Yeah.
all in, Brian. No
50
objectives,
points.
though, I'm afraid.
I didn't get any objectives. I didn't think I was going to, because when I saw the amount of troops that were on the table, it was quite an impressive amount. But unfortunately, had I managed to capture that, it would have been great. So out of interest, where are the 50? Of course, the 50.
Under the tank.
50 would be right under the tank. And then the 2 10s, 1 10 there, and there's 1 10 still there. So that's 50 points. That's added to my points from last week that I haven't spent yet. That means there's another contemptor on the way.
Oh, God.
Fantastic.
Actually,
So we better mention as well, we've used the heretic rules from the Vrax book for the pirates, because we wanted something that was a little bit erratic, not so organised, but had the sense of equipment that was sort of ramshackle and stuff like that.
Human template as well.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool.
The idea of their leadership, because we wanted them to be fairly ragtag, the renegade leadership, before any squad takes a leadership test, you roll a d6 and add 4, which gives you completely random leadership. You could have your hardened command squad with a leadership of 5. You could have your lowliest squad of warriors, which happened a couple of times, with leadership 10.
10, yeah.
It's just a shame there was only 1 man left.
Yeah, it was a shame, and I've got to say, that was our tape measure for the game, because somebody came around my house, and for the last couple of games that we've been playing, they've walked off with my tape measure. So I had
And
to.
I'm special, and I forgot mine.
Yeah, and you forgot yours, and I had to use my wife's sewing kit tape measure, but it measures in inches.
His wife's.
Anyway, guys, listen, thanks very much. I'd just like to say thank you to Hayden. Handshake.
Welcome, mate.
There we
It's been
go.
good fun.
Handshake. It was a great game. And we will see you very soon. In fact, tomorrow we'll be seeing you with a new army, which will be one of the captains from the Word Bearer armies. Okay, guys, take care. See you.